Channel encryption completed. Contact code U3 verified. Initiate connection to the channel. This is OMV Dijong. Is the audio channel stable for our 3 honorable representatives?
Central Ministerial Committee of the United Workers Syndicates of Talos 2 speaking. Channel is clear.
The representative spokesperson of the Talos 2 General Chamber of Commerce now connected. Channel is clear.
Affiliated Hongshan Academy of Sciences of Tianshi Bureau of Great Yan. Link verified. Channel is clear.
Without further delay, I am Supervisor Perlica of Endfield Industries. I respectfully request the Assembly's attention as I brief the current situation. Pursuant to our considerations of the Band Accord, we... This concludes the operational summary of Endfield Industries in Valley 4. The digital report has been distributed to all delegates simultaneously. Given the threats encountered during our deployment of the Protocol Automation Core, we conclude that the Zeroth Directive is being targeted and obstructed with deliberate intent.
Pardon if I offended, Administrator, but I must verify the sections in the report regarding the current state of your memory faculties. At least your condition has now deteriorated. I offer you my sincere wish for your speedy recovery.
We need more than just courage and unity to overcome challenges. Planning and contingent alternatives are far more important. These are the elements that we do not lack.
To refocus on the issue, the harm caused to the people of Valley 4 constitutes a serious breach of UWST's core interests. The Bone Crusher clan will face region-wide pursuit with authorization granted for immediate neutralization without prior notice.
Although a particular gentleman in our midst is getting excited about certain prospects, we must update all attendants with bad news. During the Valley 4 incident, the Order of Steel Oak picked up signals of non-Anguloid activities. The location is near a rift along the northern front.
This is not an isolated incident. The spread of ether has gained significant speed.
Also during this time, an Aldertone traveling the south found tracks that we've never seen before. And these tracks are still giving off ether emissions as we speak. I believe everyone knows what this is about. If we were to assume the worst, the great enemy from a century ago is planning a return. Its vanguard has already paid us a visit.
Everyone, let us confront the reality before us. The gravity of the situation leaves no space for delayed or indecisive responses. Pursuant to the Band Accord, the Laboratory shall restore the special authority level of Endfield Industries regarding the entirety of the civilization band, effective immediately.
Priority access and authority to execute on-site disposition shall be restored to the Administrator in the agreed-upon regions. The Accordatory shall support Endfield Industries in executing crisis management operations within territories under Accord jurisdiction.
We deeply appreciate your support. Endfield intends to initiate a post-incident investigation at the earliest opportunity. Dijong shall report all investigative findings to the Civilization Band in full.
This vibe reminds me of that meeting 10 years ago. And Administrator and Supervisor Perlica, I hope to host you both in the free city of La Fantoma.
Supporting the Order of Steel Oath is the priority for our industrial mothership. We must crush the enemy threat in its infancy.
Suspicious signs have been identified in the Wuling Scientific Developmental District under AGS jurisdiction. We have proactively conveyed this information to the UWST and the TGCC. Our findings at Wuling show many similarities to the incident at Valley 4. We kindly request that Endfield representatives visit our facilities soon to prioritize this matter.
Similarities? Do they include ether rifts?
The sighting was reported by the Wuling Scientific Developmental District. It is also one of the target locations of our current plan. Given the ties between Wuling and Endfield, I believe everyone understands its importance to the civilization band. We kindly request your aid.
Understood. We shall address this matter with the gravity it demands.
If there are no further matters, this ad hoc meeting is hereby adjourned. We anticipate the forthcoming formal meeting with the administrator until we reconvene.
These new findings have everyone on edge. We must begin resolving the matter right away.
Supervisor Perlica, the HAS has sent a set of highly classified authorization protocols. Do you have the time to process them right now?
Okay, Endman. I'll talk to you later.
You gave everything to ensure the survival of life. With all retreat cut off, you placed your hope in the Zeroth Directive. Go forth and touch it. You have one last chance. Reclaim the history that was yours. Remember your calling. This is the only gift you left for yourself. There were 128,793 Terrans on Talos 2 at your birth. A single gate bridged two worlds. We crossed the vast cosmos and arrived at this foreign home. However, all our dreams and plans fell into ruin with that same gate. Behind us, the broken bridge crumbled. Every famine and mass casualty risked dooming our civilization. The First Angloid War saw this world spawn countless war machines, steeped in malice. You led the fledgling alliance and banished the threat into the ether side. Pioneering bases lost, Originium and you ravaged. Victory's toll was heavy. Then the Humiliation War reignited fratricide, nearly pushing Terrans to the edge of full-scale civil war. The seed you sowed bloomed in time. At the cliff's edge, people paused and pledged the band accord. Decades later, we ushered in an age of prosperity. Cities rose in the south. The civilization band grew rapidly. Time and time again, you rose from your slumber to guide civilization, leading us away from the broken bridge. However, as the enemy licked its wounds, we scrounged for resources and survival, neglecting our original vision. And the Originium's wounds never truly healed. The decay spread. With every slumber, you lost more. In year 139, as the exiles returned, the Second Angloid War stood at our doorstep. We were forced to initiate an ill-prepared expedition. Your sacrifice exceeded the worst thresholds. The Originium is still collapsing. We never truly left that broken bridge. Execute the Zeroth Directive. Deploy the PAC. Revive the Pulse of Life. Treasure your very last chance.
It's got nothing to do with the sarcophagus. The damage dealt to the Originium is metaphysical in nature. The Endman's health will only get worse with every awakening.
But the memory loss means we're running out of time.
Then you should have faith in the Endman. The repairs can only be performed by the Endman. Our mission is to create favorable conditions.
But our Endman's lost all memory. We can't force a drowning person to learn to swim. It makes no sense.
Now, we didn't come up with the automated industry complex to make bottles and jars. Remember the assimilated universe? If the Protocol Originium can find... Yo, just woke up? We were talking about you just now. That means you're doing fine. Letting Perlica hang around with you seems pretty helpful for your recovery.
M3, I believe this is the Endman's first meeting with you. And Endman, you might not remember this, but M3 was right next to me during your awakening.
Yes, I was. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm M3. As for who I am, I'm your friend. That should suffice.
M3 is also one of the executors of the Zeroth Directive. She specifically made this trip back to Dijon in order to verify your status, Endman.
I'm also here to feed you additional intel about that special request from HAS. Perlica, the source of trouble is the Wuling Very Large Rift. It's the largest ether rift of the Civilization Band. Unfortunately, we picked up traces of ether energy activities at that place. Traces that are completely identical with the signal samples of Valley 4. Neferith, I bet. She's not even trying to hide her next objective. I think she's doing this on purpose to taunt us. Every Enfielder is working hard to solve this issue, so I'm not too worried about it. What makes me really concerned is you, Endman. If something within the ether side is still struggling to return to this planet, then Neferith is just a small timer meant to divert our attention. Our enemies are closely tied to the ether. The Protocol Automation Core will be a thorn in their eyes, but they won't slow down just to cater your memory loss. Good. You're still your old self. I knew Perlica worried too much. I really want to be a part of your Wuling trip. But we got bigger problems at other places. Go and deal with Neferith. I believe we will meet again soon.
Endman? That's right. And Chen is quite familiar with Wuling City. We can count on her help for this operation. Since we're unsure of how many cards Neferith has in her hands, we should be as fully prepared as possible. Once you believe everything is set, we shall depart for our mission from Dijon.
Endman, I've made some progress. We completed our high confidentiality level handshake with HAS. Landing protocol is in the works. Supervisor Perlica will be waiting for you aboard Dijon.
good, little buddy. Feeling lively and chipper again, huh? Just be careful and don't get hurt again. Things are really dangerous outside. Oh, Professor! You're here! How have you been? I'm here to help. You seem to be doing pretty well, Professor. I was a little worried when I heard about your amnesia.
We are still observing the Endman's physical condition. Endman, our operation here needs the support of an operator skilled in disaster research and geological prospecting. Ardelia is the first that came to mind. I notified her right after we received Mr. Crow's call. Her experience and expertise will be crucial for this project.
The situation here is not very good. I did a quick survey of the vicinity. Energy leaking from the ether rift may have seeped into the ground. The blight is everywhere. This place is obviously dangerous grounds. But the wildlife of Valley 4 are doing their best to survive. They might be weak, but they're helping each other to endure this hardship. I'm happy to be here and help these little creatures. And I'm definitely happy to be on your team, Professor. The local site monitor is right ahead. I'll take you to him. This place has been severely affected by the disaster. Post-disaster rebuilding will be difficult given our current resources. This is why I think you should come here and take a look, Professor. People here, and me. We all need you, Professor. Hey!
Endman, you're finally here. I hope I didn't trouble you with this sudden request.
It's all right, Mr. Crow. This is all part of our partnership.
It seems you have discussed this already. Endman, remember the project I mentioned in my message? Valley 4 has taken a serious beating. The power plateau itself is directly affected by the ether rift. Blight and anomalous locations are popping up all over the region. Under general circumstances, we might have to wait for more than a decade for the ether energy and its effects to dissipate. But we can't afford to wait that long.
More than a decade?
Firstly, we worked hard to build our homes here. We are not going to give it up. Secondly, we don't know how the ether would affect the local ecology. This place might change into something else by the time we return. So we plan to construct a Valley 4 reconstruction headquarters with local materials. This HQ will provide ecological testing and geological surveillance functions. We have a 6-year plan to restore Valley 4 to its original state. That's assuming everything goes smoothly. It also assumes that we can quickly assess the degrees of ether impact on Valley 4 and successfully complete all testing and analysis. Even then, we'll still have plenty of difficulties to overcome. The most critical one is that we need a specialized large geological probe. Indeed. And it's the reason why we need this Caprinium. I mean this excellent disaster scientist to share her expertise with us. Finally, the most important key to it all, the productivity offered by the AIC factory. Awesome, Endman. Let's get things started right away. Rep work for the construction is complete. We've also selected our site for the reconstruction headquarters.
Let's deploy the sub-PAC here, Endman. The people here need us.
Careful. Now it's time to bring the pain.
All variables within estimates. High threat hostile. Approach with caution.
Now it's time to bring the pain.
All variables within estimates.
Something ain't right.
A blade unsheathed, its light unleashed!
All variables within estimates. familiar.
We're back! Why are you all standing here?
Construction work is complete. We're waiting for you to formally kickstart our mobilization for the Geological Probe Project. Professor Crow will be assigning the lead engineer for this project, but
no one here is more qualified than Professor Crow. He can be a little stubborn, but he's the best technician we have. With his leadership, I'm sure the project will be completed soon.
You're back. How about the samples? This means all our prep work is done. Time to formally begin the project. The next step of our undertaking will be an extremely challenging and critical project. It will determine the survival of countless lives in Valley 4 and the surrounding regions. We shall rebuild homes, restore ecologies, and erase the scars from our beloved land. The construction of the large geological probe. I hereby grant Clavel and Dean complete authority over the project.
Hear, hear! It goes without saying. Hold on! Oh, wait!
And that is how things should be. Our new project leads will mobilize the crew and get started with the work.
But how?
There must be a mistake. I could never...
Well, I guess the crew of the HQ has plenty of work cut out for them.
Logistics robots are breaking down due to unknown causes? This doesn't sound like a serious issue, but if...
He's getting ambushed!
All operators accounted for.
Before the gates of oblivion, you bore witness to life's fight at death's threshold.
He's getting ambushed!
Incinerate! Cast off as cast! Here's our melting flame! One hit!
Verify.
Now, you watch those fierce hearts gather as one, forging an answer called survival.